The museum has served as a beacon of truth, tolerance and education ever since it was established 33 years ago. It is now at a pivotal point on its journey, literally breaking new ground, developing a new centre for contemporary Jewish life, which will sit alongside our Holocaust Museum. It will significantly expand the museum's reach and impact and will play a key role in the fight against anti-Semitism. We need that more than ever.
The reason why we've taken out the floor plates is that there's going to be a spiral staircase. It goes all the way from the ground floor right to the top, and that'll help us with circulation, and it really will be an iconic part of the museum as you come in. The other thing we're going to do is have a skylight right at the top, so there'll be light coming in right through that into the whole museum area. What we're really attempting to do is have exhibitions where you can bring your little grandkids, whether you're Jewish or non-Jewish, learn about Judaism, festivals, customs, food, music, art, whatever it might be.
Elie Wiesel said, "Whoever listens to a witness becomes a witness." As grandchildren of survivors, we are those witnesses now. But one day, even we will not be here. Your generosity to this capital appeal ensures that the Sydney Jewish Museum and programs like 3G Sydney will continue, so that future generations can become witnesses too, and ensure that our stories, both the tragic and the joyful, are never forgotten.
Survivor stories and the lessons of what happens when hatred goes unchecked have always been at the heart of this museum, and we know that survivor stories have always had the most impact. Now, new technology and voices of their grandchildren, like Andrew's, will ensure their lessons of courage and resilience are not lost. Today, faced with rising anti-Semitism, denial of history, and prejudice amplified by social media, we need this museum more than ever to confront hatred, challenge ignorance, and tell our story with pride. That is the purpose of the new centre, this appeal, and why the role of the museum in our community is just so critical. As you've seen, the project is well underway. This capital appeal is instead about the things that happen here inside, the education, the exhibitions, the stories, and the programs that will shape hearts and minds and bring this museum to life.
So I'm here with Greg Shand, President of the Sydney Jewish Museum. You've had a couple of these fundraising evenings so far this week. How's it been going? How's been the response?
Well, they've been very well received. They've all been sold out, and I think it's pretty clear from the response that we've been getting that people actually understand very clearly how important it is for all of us that we have a very strong Sydney Jewish Museum, particularly in regard to what's going on in the world around us.
And we've had some wonderful presentations tonight about the new part of the museum, the new centre. What will it mean for generations of Sydneysiders to have this new centre in the museum?
Well, what this new centre means is that there's going to be a whole category of new exhibits, and it will mean that there'll be a whole new set of reasons for coming to visit the museum, and those new reasons will appeal to new audiences, and all this is driven by the fact that we want to expand the number of people coming through our museum, and we have every expectation that that will happen.
And obviously the importance since October 7 with rising anti-Semitism. How does that underscore even more why this is needed?
Well, October 7 obviously has resulted, unfortunately, in the rise of anti-Semitism around us. Education and being informed is one of the most important antidotes that we have to counter anti-Semitism. Most people are not familiar with the Jewish story, the Jewish culture, and the Jewish people. There are too few of us. And this museum is one of the most important tools we have to communicate at a grassroots level with a broader community, so they do understand, they are informed, and they are educated about our story.
And just lastly, whilst these events have been wonderfully attended, obviously not everyone in our community is here. Many will be looking at this reel on social media. What is your message to those people about why they should get behind this?
Well, I think it is incumbent on all of us. It's a responsibility for all of us to make this museum as strong as possible. I really sense that we have a duty to do so. We really need to make this as strong as possible for future generations. We've got to make sure that it is here for future generations, and we have to do everything possible to maximise its impact.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.